I'm on my way to Ascot to pick up my special guest today. This guy's best month ever was 300,000 in GCI. He has over 31,000 followers on Instagram, making him the most followed agent in Australia. But something that you might not know about him is that he actually met his wife on Instagram and got married in Las Vegas. So, let's pick up our guest today. What are we having today?
Today we have an almond piccolo latte. And you did say you'd kick someone out of the car if they brought you one of these, so I just wanted to test you.
Get out.
I've never had one, I hate almond milk, but
I'm going to try this.
I can deal with that. I can work with it.
Oh, Drew, that's delicious. I'm loving the beard. This is a really good look.
It's certainly getting mixed reviews.
The beard buddy's drinking almond piccolo lattes.
In a convertible.
In a convertible.
That I barely fit in.
You know who you look like, mate? Like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You know, one of the great things about your career has been that it's been so public, you know, and so visible. Like, you've been able to follow your journey on Instagram, and I think that's probably why you've got so many, well, it's probably one of the reasons you've got so many people following you. Mate, everyone kind of remembers when, you know, you first started out. It's like the Drake song started from the bottom.
Oh yeah, we started from the bottom.
Yeah. And mate,
that was a stressful time.
The bottom?
The bottom. It's stressful now, but now it's fun stressful. The bottom is not fun stressful.
Well, I guess you've got a bit of money, you know, money helps a bit. It's like a cushion, right?
Look, money helps, but I wish I had have known it doesn't help as much as you think it's going to help.
It's just a cushion.
It's just a cushion.
Like, what's the journey been to get here? You're now a business owner?
To get here, so how long have I been doing this for? 5 years.
5 years, wow.
5 years.
Man, I would say that's a pretty quick progression.
I'm not here to muck about.
31,000 followers on Instagram, or a bit more. I looked this morning, 31,300.
31.3.
Wow. And mate, like, how have you amassed that many followers? Are you that interesting?
Maybe they're all hanging on, waiting for me to fail. I don't know. Without Instagram, I don't think I would have had sort of the brand awareness as a personality that I did as soon as I did. So it's definitely been a tool that I've used to my advantage.
Mate, I've known what socks you're wearing for years. I mean, I don't know anyone else what socks they're wearing.
I am so done with the socks. I am so done with the socks. They keep turning up.
Bring back the socks.
I'm going to offend so many people who own sock companies, but please don't send me any more socks. Yeah, no, we're done with the socks. I'm just wearing plain black socks.
Mate, you are just wearing the most boring socks I've ever seen today.
Ties are the new socks. We're back on the ties. Send ties. Send me ties. I'm big on building three things, you know, building a team, building a database, and building a personal brand.
Okay, that's great.
I've just leveraged social media to the best of my ability to fast track all of those.
Yeah,
to fast track all of those, even a database.
I mean, that's 31,300 people that you can reach out to in a push of a button, right?
Look, it is, but I think you've got to be careful of agents thinking they can do that. It's not really. I mean, if you can transition that following onto your database, and they are people in your local area that own homes or business owners, yes.
Sure, yeah.
And that's a good way to sort of attract those people and nurture them. But I really don't see it overtaking a database.
How do you nurture your database?
For me, it's a lot of one-on-one contact. I'm not big on sending out weekly, monthly newsletters.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but for how I operate my database, it's a lot of one-on-one contact. I deal with everyone that's hot or previous clients, and then my team deals with everyone on a week-to-week basis.
You know, you've told me before that you manage your own Instagram as well.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I would say that the two things you've just said, that you manage your own social media and you manage your own database yourself, have got to be massive reasons for your success, right?
It is the personal touch. I mean, yeah, look, I'm not going to say outsourcing it's a bad thing. If you've got no interest in social media, then yes, outsourcing it is better than not doing it at all.
Okay.
But that's the reason people, I think, follow me on social media, is because they know it's
genuine.
It's genuine.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I've had a lot of criticism in the past from people saying, oh yeah, but how much time does he spend on social media as opposed to selling
How much time
property?
do you spend on social media?
Look, I'd say probably 20 minutes a day.
Wow.
In regards to my content creation for Instagram.
Wow.
But I mean, the short answer to that is, well, my Instagram's better than a lot of these people saying that, and I'm selling more than them. So you've got two people on social media.
Okay.
You've got people that consume content,
And then you've got
They're
people
on there
that
scrolling
create.
through, what's this guy doing, what's that guy doing?
Yep.
And you've got your people that create it, and they're typically two very different
So you got
users.
people that wear the socks and people that look at the socks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I pre-create a lot of it too. I mean, if I've got my camera pulled out and someone's taking photos, I might just take a couple of different photos, store them in my phone. If I see a quote that I like, I'll store it in my phone. If I have a good day and there's a certain situation, I'll store it in my phone. So that way, if I'm having a busy night, if I'm at dinner, I can still find 2 minutes to jump on, copy, paste, and get it out.
Wow, that's awesome. I understand you also met your wife on Instagram.
Yeah,
Can you tell us the story?
He probably would tell a very different story than I would.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
But I've got a captured audience there, so I'll tell it my way and hope she doesn't see it. But no, look, what happened was I don't want to be rude, but look, she just obsessed over me. Would stop short of saying stalking. She was
my
absolutely
gosh.
relentless. And so after 3 months of her, knocking on the door, I let her in and, we went on a date. When I first met her, I was still drowning. Like
Yeah.
I was sinking like a stone. And she had a holiday booked to Mexico shortly after we'd met. So she was like, I'm going, are you sure you don't want to come? And I'm like, pump the brakes, babe. I'm a bachelor, leave it alone. And then I got paid this whopping commission. I sold this property. I was over 3 million and the commission was over 50,000. I managed to pay all my debts.
Wow.
I thought, you know what? I'm just going to jump on a plane and go chase her.
No,
and,
wow.
and then that was sort of the thing that started it all.
So, mate, what's been your biggest year ever?
Biggest year ever would be the year that I've just had.
Yep. What kind of numbers are we talking?
For many, many reasons. It's hard because it's not hard. I think it's a portion.
It's such a big number, you just struggle
It's
to
so
say it.
huge,
Yeah.
I can only count to a certain level. The number on the CRM, which is as accurate as you can get, I
Yep.
think read 962.
Wow, awesome, man.
My whole life I've been chasing that mill, but getting so close, do you
Yeah.
know what? That you actually, when you start getting that close, you realise a mill's really not, it's just a number.
My goal for a long time was to write 1 million. For 3 years in a row, I missed it. I got between 950 and 980.
Yep.
And I realised what my mistake was.
You're chasing 1 million.
I was chasing 1 million.
Got to chase 2, baby.
I guess I did it because I aimed higher than what I really wanted to do.
Absolutely, and I think in Brisbane a lot of people get in this trap of thinking, oh, they can do those numbers in Sydney, we can't do them here.
Oh, easily.
I don't buy into that at all. I need a convertible. I need one of these. This is beautiful.
So, mate, what are you doing when you're not at work?
Look, I get up, at the moment I'm getting up at 4 a.m. because Harvey's in this habit of wanting to watch cartoons at 4 a.m. and who am I to deny a 2-year-old what he wants? I hang out with my boys for a little while, I drop them at kindy, then go to work. 3 days out of 5 I pick them up, drop them home, and then I go back to the office and then go home, have dinner with wife, go to bed. I used to be far more exciting, but I'm lucky in some sense that I genuinely do love this. So it is a lifestyle,
Yeah.
and you do have to love it.
When you think about it, we are blessed to do this, aren't we?
Because I'm basically on the cusp just of the last few years of that transition going
Yep.
from how do I make this work to it actually working.
Yep.
I can say with all, honesty, I mean, you just have to put in the fucking effort.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yep.
I made that decision 5 years ago. I said, I'm going to give this a red hot crack for 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And 5 years later, if you had have told me I'd be in this position, I would have said you were dreaming. It's
Yep.
far exceeded
Yeah.
anything I could have imagined.
Yeah.
And yet I'm still not happy.
Yeah.
That's why you always want more.
You always
but that's
want
a good
more.
thing because
Yeah.
you're driving everyone around you to be
That's
better.
the drive.
You're driving to do better business for your clients. I think that's a good energy to bring with you.
Yeah. I think, the key is being content with what you've got, but having massive goals.
I used to have a problem verbalizing it. Now I don't care because everyone knows that I'm dead set
Yeah.
on being number one.
Yeah.
That's my whole goal.
Yeah.
It always has been since day one, but I was
Yeah.
always scared of
Verbalising it?
Verbalizing it.
Yeah.
I don't know for what reason, but
Yep.
I think now because I've
Makes it real, right?
makes it real.
Yeah.
And you've got to make it real because no one else is going to.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What's the best things that's working in your team right now?
Energy.
Yep.
It's about energy. You've got to and you've got to create that yourself. No
Yep.
one else is. You can't come into the office thinking someone else is going to bring that to you.
Yep.
You've got to create it yourself. But I'm very lucky. I'm fortunate to have people around me that have great energy.
Yep.
We thrive off each other's energy, and if there's great energy, I mean, you don't look at the clock.
No.
You don't look at the clock. You look at outcomes and what you need to get done for certain clients that day, and I think that's a good way to be driven.
Yeah. With everything that you know now, that you've learned over the last 5 years,
Yep.
if you could go back to day one and talk to yourself,
Yep.
what's the one piece of advice you'd give yourself?
Set bigger goals.
Awesome.
Set bigger goals.
Yeah, man. That's great.
Yep.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Pleasure, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks very much, buddy.